So it's been just about a month since SEMA, and since then the Supra has been sitting. I have not driven it and it's just been sitting on a trickle charger, but today that's gonna change. We are gonna take the Supra out. Y'all already know, mandatory cold start. So I've owned my Supra for I think over 3 years now, and I've done a lot of modifications to the car. And since SEMA, I've done even more, and I have not done a proper breakdown video of all the parts that are on the Supra now. So today, we're gonna go ahead and walk around throughout the whole Supra and list off all the modifications. I don't think my bank account or my wife is ready to know how much I spent total on the Supra to this date. So the Supra's all warmed up now. Let's get some noise in here. Now, because I've done so much to the Supra and there's very little to do left, I think all I want to do is put a big turbo on the Supra, and then it's going to sit perfectly. And then maybe eventually pull off the wrap, keep the setup black on chrome TEs. That would be the perfect setup. Today, I'm actually taking you guys along with me because we're currently shopping for the next build. And I posted recently on my IG stories, if you're not following, follow, whether or not I should get a JDM or a Euro car next for the channel. And majority vote was JDM, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Before we go car shopping, I stopped by our famous spot that got blown up. I haven't been here in a long time, but I thought it'd be the perfect place to do the build breakdown. But here you go, guys. This is my 2020 Toyota GR Supra that I've owned for 3 years, and we've done a lot of modifications for it. The first thing that we have to cover is the most important modifications that anybody should do to their car first, which is wheels and suspension. I am running the AST 5300 3-way adjustable coilovers on the Supra. They ride amazing, and it's a track purpose coilover that eventually I will be tracking the car more, so we went all out and we went with ASTs. Paired with that, we are running TE37 Sagas S+. They just came out with their 19-inch line, which I really like because 19s I think look the best on the Supra, but these are concave faces. Most of the 19-inch TE37s that are out right now have a flatter face, but the Sagas are pretty concave, and I sent them off straight to Devil Works in California to get them triple chromed, which I absolutely love. The triple chrome was meant for the black, but we did wrap the car recently in a Nosatec frozen satin silver, which I think looks amazing. But ultimately, I think one day we are gonna go back to black, and I can't wait to see the TE37s, the triple chromes on the black Supra. What do you guys think? Should I pull off the wrap or keep it a little bit longer? Behind the T37s, we have the Terox Grand Sport kit, the 8-piston brakes with the F2000 rotors. They are freaking ginormous. This is 380 millimeter rotors. I think it fills in the wheel gaps so perfectly. And we're running the same rotors in the back, but eventually I think we might be getting a rear kit. I don't know. Terox said that it might happen, so hopefully it does. I also have to do a shameless plug. In the last vlog, the SEMA vlog, I kind of sneak peeked and showcased the new No Ends merchandise that we came out with. And I'm rocking the No Ends Motorsport black shirt right now that has the two Supras in the back. Jimmy's and my Supra are on the shirt. We've been envisioning No Ends for a very long time, and we've always believed that you should pursue what you love and you should pursue your passion, which is what this whole channel is based on. We all met through cars. We all have passion for cars, and you know, doing YouTube was really hard in the beginning because, you know, you're always worried about what everybody's gonna think. But look how far we've got. Look, there's still a long way to go, but look how far this channel has grown and all the opportunities that presented itself just by taking the risk and forgetting what people think and just doing it. So, pursue your passion, guys. The shirt should be coming out soon. Go cop them and support your boy. But continuing on with the walkthrough, we're gonna go ahead and cover the exterior first. Now that we've already covered wheel and suspension, we'll start with the very front, which is the Sabre design front aero. So that comes with the carbon canards, the front lip, and the splitter. I really like the setup because I was going for a track inspired look, and I think the canards look super sick. I've always loved like the Voltex canard look, and the Sabre canards are just super aggressive, and I think it looks super race car. And for SEMA, we actually got the prototype, the first Sabre design side skirts, which I believe is the first full rocker panel replacement. Granted, this was a prototype, so we had to make it fit. Right now, I don't know if they're available, but a lot of modification had to get done to make it work. You have the full rocker panel replacement and the carbon lip on underneath. It looks so freaking good. Nextly, we have the EVS fenders, which is one of the first body modifications that I've done on the Supra. Before I got the Supra, I knew I wanted these fenders because I think they look the most aggressive. And we have the EVS GTLM mirrors, which I freaking love. Ooh, I hope you guys can see this well in the sun, but the lights are supposed to be on. These are the new Alpha X tail lights. They look super cool, like the CSL BMW style. We have the Voltex wing. It's a love-hate relationship. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, especially on the internet. They always make fun of this wing, but I don't get it. I freaking think it looks so good. We have the NSR carbon diffuser, which I can't find anywhere anymore. I think it's time to get a functional diffuser. And we have the RK titanium exhaust, single exit on the left side, just like the Mark IV Supra. Really cool piece when we wrap the car. Thank you, shout out to Mad Vinyl Works for the wrap. Mad Vinyl Works. We have the Supra badge and the GR badge that is in chrome background. And honestly, I prefer the decal version of the badge over the physical badge itself because it reminds me of like the GT4 Supras. What do you guys think? Cool? Not cool? I think that's all for the exterior. Super sick. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the Supra 2 hot boy? Inside the trunk, we have the Studio RSR roll cage in silver with the H3R fire extinguisher exhaust and the mount. This roll cage was a bitch to do. Believe it or not, we installed it ourselves, and we installed Jimmy's too. 2 roll cages in 2 days. It was so freaking hard. And then we have the RS Pro mounts for the harnesses for the seats. The interior is honestly one of my favorite parts of the car because obviously I'm sitting in all the time. But we have the Bride Zeek 4 wide seats that were collaborated with Dogfight. They didn't come with the gradation pattern padding, but I ended up buying them because growing up, I always loved the Bride seats with this pattern, and I had to do it. And I think it added some contrast to the interior, which is cool. We have the Willens harnesses that collaborated with Night Runner. Freaking love them, but I think I might change out the harness colors. What do you guys think I should do? We have the Zestech steering wheel, which is freaking amazing. I love how robust this system is. It's easy to program all the buttons, and you still have all your functions, even the horn. That horn is so embarrassing. What else do I have in the interior? Oh, and I have the P3 gauge, which I really like because it's very OEM looking. It attaches onto your vents, and it just looks like it belongs there. I like it a lot. And then we have the 777 GT3 RS style door straps, which I freaking love. 3 weeks before SEMA, all I had was an HKS intake, and then this is what we did for SEMA. It is freaking insane. The amount of work and all the modifications, like the engine bay was the worst part of my car, but after SEMA, it is my favorite part. Shout out to Ram Air. First off, this intake freaking sounds amazing. I was running the HKS one, and you know, being at the Ram Air booth, we put the Ram Air intake on. I wasn't expecting much more turbo noise, but the intake sounds from the Ram Air intake is amazing. And they're coming out with a carbon version soon too, so maybe I will get my hands on that. Again, we were running the AST Moton 3-way coilovers, so here are the reservoirs. I'm running RK titanium inside the engine bay, so the charge pipe and the strut bar, which I really like because with this strut bar, first off, I think it looks the cleanest. but I was able to run the RS Pro mounts, which if you guys have reservoirs and you're looking for a mounting solution, you guys should seriously check out RS Pro. The system is completely modular, so depending on what the diameter of your strut bar or even your roll cage is, you can build your reservoir mounts specific to your car, which they make it so easy. So I'm currently running the reservoirs inside the car, and in the back I haven't mounted them to the roll cage yet because I haven't figured out how to do that. I already have the right diameter to mount my reservoirs to the roll cage. I have no idea how to mount it into the trunk. If anybody knows, let me know. CSF intake manifold, which is freaking amazing. I just need to figure out how to clean up all this wiring. We have NV Specialties with the carbon half engine cover and the ECU cover. I was gonna buy an engine cover and cut it up myself, but NV Specialties actually offers a pre-cut version, which is super sick. And then this, oh my God, shout out to my buddy Mario at Golden Wrench. I was running their caps before, but for SEMA, they created us a custom matching set to match the AST Moton orange. And I think it just ties the whole engine bay together. This car is pretty much almost done. And now it's time to bring on another car to the channel because I'm ready to build something else, and there's not much more left to do on this thing besides a big turbo. But today we're gonna go check out some other cars and see what we can have paired up right next to this one. Now it's time to go look at some other cars. We're meeting up with my boy, David, who owns Right Hand Drive Motorsports, and maybe pick up a new car. I don't know, but there is one there that I'm really interested in. He did tell me that it already sold, but he does import cars from Japan as well. I'm thinking about if we can find a good deal, maybe even import a car from Japan. How cool would that be? What do you want to see on the channel? Comment down below. I'm curious to know if anybody knows what's coming next. All right, guys, I just made it here to Right Hand Drive Motorsports, and we're looking at some JDM cars that we can possibly bring onto the channel for the next build. Do you guys want to see a K-Truck? Check out this. On BBS wheels and lifted. Is this the next vehicle? Never seen this before, but this is sick. All right, I'm currently looking at a car, but we're not gonna show you guys it. Instead, I'm gonna play the cold start. Can you guys tell what it is? Unfortunately, I think this one's already sold, but it is one of the cars that's on the top of my list. All right, we left. No S2000 today, but maybe one day. And unfortunately, the car that I want to look at already sold, so we're not gonna get that one, but it was a very clean example of the next car. And if it was available, I might have actually bought it. It would have been a little bit more money than I wanted to spend, but damn. But at least I got out to drive the Supra today. Car tires are kind of cold. I should be a little careful. That was scary. God, I never get tired of that engine sound. The B58 sounds so good. I don't know why everybody hates it. Well, we left. The car sold, so no car today. But I think I'm pretty dead set on what I want the next car to be. But I don't know. What do you guys want to see on the channel? I am kind of torn. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this adventure today. Oh, man. I drove an hour for nothing. But it was cool. At least I got to take the Supra out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you. Peace.